guys, I'm Keith Meredith and I'm a mortgage loan originator. You found yourself in the Real Estate Agent Resource Center, and here I've got a real estate agent cheat sheet, a homebuyer survival guide, access to flyers, and then some information on us as a company and my team and how we conduct business. But just first, a little bit about me. I started doing loans in 2008 when the market had tumbled and everyone else's heads was in the sand, and rightfully so. It was just a tough time. Everyone was used to everything being easy, and all of a sudden it got hard. My very first loan that I closed, the guy had 7 foreclosures. He was a victim of identity theft. He'd been denied from 5 other lenders, but I was able to piece it together with news articles, and we got an underwriter to accept the deal. That's back when we were brokers. Now we're a bank, and it's a much better way to operate. That's just my personal opinion. You may still work with brokers, but I've got relationships with underwriters, relationships with our closing department, and it makes it for a smoother transaction. If there's stuff that we can't do, very niche things, then we broker at that point. So we do have the ability to bank and broker, but I learned, very quick that this business is about adaptation, learning about new loan programs when the opportunities come. Frank Dodd came around, we had to adjust from that. So, that's the name of the game, is partly programs, and then the other half now is, well, okay, you can do it. Most people can, but that doesn't mean everything does it. It's a smooth transaction. That's the other half of our business is, are you avoiding the landmines? Are you blowing up deals at the end of every single transaction, or are most of your transactions smooth transactions? And one thing that we do that helps us is we do the Almost Home program. Our bank has a program that allows us to get a file into underwriting as the borrower is shopping. And so I'll issue a pre-approval letter, or technically it's called a pre-qualification letter now. If you don't have an actual underwriting approval, I can issue a pre-qualification letter within an hour of getting a loan app. That's not a problem, and the borrower can start shopping. But what we like to do is, as they're shopping, get them through the underwriting process so that once they're under contract, we can close in a matter of like 10 days. Really all we need at that point is an appraisal, and then we can get the CD out and we can close. So 70% of our transactions are like that. Probably 30% of that are only because I get the deal right when the person's under contract. So sometimes that happens. But we are all about trying to do a transaction as smooth as possible, right? I have stress, you have stress, and we all know how stressful real estate can be. So there's always going to be things that nobody saw coming, either from title problems or who knows what. You get surprised about once a month in this business with something. But the things that can be avoided should be avoided. And so part of that is us getting buyers through underwriting from the get-go. From the day that they fill out that loan app, I'm working on getting them through the underwriting process. So that's a little bit about us. But to go up to the Real Estate Resource Center, the first thing you're going to see is the cheat sheet. That's a 1-page reference guide that I created for agents that they can print, keep in their car. It's just got information on all the basic loan programs that we use most of the time: VA, FHA, conventional, USDA, a couple other little ones. But things like loan limits, how much can you get in seller concessions, stuff that you shouldn't try to keep in your brain because you got your job and I've got my job, and I don't want you to have to do mine, and I don't want to do yours. So, but this cheat sheet will help you. It'll help you keep deals that might have otherwise fallen through the cracks. Because sometimes when you're on the phone and you're talking to someone and you're thinking, well, I don't know, you might need to wait a year because you kind of assume or something like that, you can look at your little cheat sheet and it could help you capture a deal that otherwise would have disappeared. And then sometimes it just helps you as a real estate agent to build confidence in your customer, because wow, they seem to know what they're talking about, but you're just whipping out your cheat sheet and sounding smart, but I'm sure you are smart. But anyways, we all I know the bucket in my brain gets smaller and smaller every year, so I have to get more particular about the stuff that I keep in there. I don't know about you, but the next thing is Home Buyer's Survival Guide. For first-time home buyers, it can be a daunting process. There's words they don't understand. There's processes that they have no clue about. This is meant to help them out. And it's really even not just for first-time home buyers. People that have bought homes 2-3 times still really don't know half of what goes on behind the scenes. And so this is meant to give them comfort, direction, And then if you're a new agent, I highly recommend that you read through it, because there's really no reason for you to understand all the things that we're doing behind the scenes. And you don't need to know everything, but you need to know enough to make you comfortable throughout the process, so you're just not in the dark, right? So, Home Buyer Survival Guide. These are 2 PDFs that you can download. I've got an email list, and you just put in your name and your email. I'm not going to email you a lot. I don't have the time to do it, and I don't care to do it, because I actually want you to read my emails. I'm not going to send something once a week and hope that you open it. I'm going to send you something when there's significant updates in the industry for different program availability, things that are going to really actually help you make money. That's when I'm gonna send you an email. That, and/or I'm constantly updating the cheat sheet. Maybe like once every 6 months at least. I need to update this because things change, and really the same goes for the Home Buyer Survival Guide, because there's some info in there that's time sensitive. Okay, so I'm not gonna bomb you. Put your name down there and your email, and I won't take advantage of your goodwill, I promise. But this is really just my way of building a relationship with you. I'm sure you've got other lenders that you use already, other relationships. This is my first foot forward to build a relationship with you, just giving you some stuff that is useful for you. And what goes along with that is flyers. Flyers are huge. I've closed loans for people that would not have put an offer in on a home unless they actually saw what the payment is on a flyer that was just sitting in the listing, because sometimes it surprises people, how little of a payment that they can make to own the home that they want. And so we will do these until we're blue in the face. My assistant pumps them out for you, but there's a form fill there where you can put your name and your email and your address, or the address of the property that you want a flyer for, maybe like a link either to MLS or whatever the other website, so we can get pictures. And it'll be co-branded with both of our informations, and we will send you the PDF. And then if you want me to print them, I'll print them and mail them to you. I don't care. But just let us know if that's what you want us to do. So flyers are big. That's a free thing for you guys. Use the heck out of it. And then next, just a little bit more about our company. Automated status updates. If your lender isn't doing this, I'm not sure what century they live in. I rely on it because my job is to communicate with you and the borrowers and the listing agent as much as possible, so that everyone knows what the heck's going on with the transaction, so that they're not left in the dark. And this helps me do it. When an appraisal is ordered, an email goes out. When a deal is submitted to underwriting, an email goes out. When we get our approval, an email comes out. When we get our cleared close, an email goes out. So I'm not trying to shade anything like back in the day, we don't have an approval yet, and we're trying to come up with stuff. No, I didn't do it then, and I'm not doing it now. It's all automated. It's all transparent. There's always going to be reasons for me to still communicate from time to time if someone has a question myself, throughout the transaction beyond these. But these help, right? These help everybody. It's going to keep borrowers from maybe doing something stupid. Yeah, I can try to remember to tell every borrower not to go buy a couch before they should, and then all of a sudden their DTI gets out of whack, but these things all do it automatically. So we're trying to cover our bases. We're in a volume business. It's about how much volume can you handle and make these transactions smooth for everybody involved, right? It's what your job is, and that's what my job is. Probably my job more so. But the next thing is programs, right? So this is half the business. What can you do? Can you get it done? And I would say that that's one thing our company has been phenomenal at doing, is whenever there's a new program out there, we're making it available to people. We can do new construction. We can do bank statement programs, which these things blow my mind away for self-employed borrowers. I wish I had that 5 years ago, how many loans I could have closed, where we just go off of their bank statements and look at the deposits in their bank statements for the past 12 months, and we don't look at the deductions. Come on. We're doing loans like that, 10% down, and we're not looking at tax returns. So programs, can you get it done? Yes, we can get it done. New construction, rehab loans, you name it, we got it. The list is too long, but the other half of the business is how smooth of a transaction can you make it? And that's where my team comes in. I've got an excellent team, excellent processor, an excellent assistant, and you know, between our little group, we're able to take care of people and make their biggest purchase of their lives as stress-free as possible. And that goes for the agent too, because when a deal goes south, we're feeling it, the agent's feeling it, those emotions are going everywhere. Our job is to make these things happen and happen peacefully, right? Help people buy homes. That's what we're doing. Refinance part of my business is a very small part of my business. I'm mainly a real estate agent's lender helping buyers buy homes. So once again, the Real Estate Agent Resource Center, there's probably gonna wind up being more on here. Whatever my mind can conjure up, I'm gonna put on here. Come back, visit often, know that it's there. Come back for flyers. Get on my email list so that I can update you with important industry updates, keep you updated on the cheat sheet and the home buyer's survival guide, and build a relationship with me. If you want to have a phone call with me or drop me a message, there's a spot at the bottom of the page to do that. I'd be glad to give you a call. Keep me in mind if something goes south. That's always a good way to start a relationship with a lender. If there's something that fell apart with a current lender you got, let me take a second look. Maybe I can figure it out for you. So once again, I'm Keith, and would be glad to be your lender. Thank you.